Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHONJ fans argue whether or not the franchise should be canceled for good. The Real Housewives of New Jersey fans have grown frustrated waiting for news about the franchise, and now they're simply over it. There's a discussion on social media debating whether the franchise should just be canceled for good. Meanwhile, the Jersey cast is currently playing the waiting game as the Bravo powers that be decide their fate. There's been a lot of speculation about who should return for season 15, and viewers have different opinions on that. However, many fans have agreed that the franchise has taken a toxic turn and desperately needs a refresh. We already know there will be big changes for the Garden State with major cast changes or a full revamp. However, RHONJ viewers have thrown out another alternative, that the franchise be canceled for good. One viewer caused a stir on social media, and the post garnered a lot of feedback from RHONJ fans. The ex-user posted a photo of the season 14 cast and reasoned, "We are awk if RHONJ never returns." Jersey viewers have been loyal to the franchise for over a decade, but in response to the post, many people agreed it's time for the show to end. "We sure are. Get rid of it. Give us Boston or San Francisco. Let's get some women that work in tech or something," suggested a commenter. "Andy needs to clear the decks and start completely new cast, or retire the NJ franchise completely," wrote someone else. An ex-user reasoned, "I think realistically RHONJ will not be coming back anytime soon. Like, casting is in shambles, and let's be real, the audience isn't anticipating a reboot. Plus the fans are too toxic and divided. It will never work." Another added, "I'm good not watching them again. I do believe Teresa should have her own show. I know TER fans would support her in TuneIn." Someone else wrote, "I'm a huge fan of the show, but I don't see how it can come back at the moment. It's far too toxic." Andy Cohen already warned that it could be a while until they determine the future of RHONJ, and he wasn't kidding. The show aired its last episode of season 14 on August 11. Since then, there's been no word of what will happen. There's been many rumors and speculation about season 15, but nothing from the source. At the moment, we know absolutely nothing about season 15, and neither do the cast members, who repeated several times since the show ended that they have no idea if they'll be back for another season. As the sun began to set over the lush landscapes of New Jersey, social media buzzed with excitement and animosity. The latest episode of The Real Housewives of New Jersey had aired, igniting a firestorm of opinions among fans and critics alike. Some hailed it as must-watch reality television, while others declared it a show long past its prime, arguing fervently that it should be canceled for good. In a cozy coffee shop nestled in the heart of Hoboken, a group of die-hard RHONJ fans gathered for their weekly viewing party. As the credits rolled, the conversation quickly turned heated. "I can't believe you guys actually want this show to keep going," scoffed Maria, a longtime fan who had seen every season. "Sure, we get the drama and the glamour, but do we really need to watch these women tear each other apart week after week? It's toxic." "Come on, Maria. That's the whole point of the show," shot back Angela, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Reality TV isn't supposed to be a fairy tale. It's about real-life drama. And let's be honest, it's entertaining. Who doesn't want to see Teresa flipping tables or Jennifer throwing shade?" Maria rolled her eyes, exasperated. "But what message does that send? We're glorifying bad behavior. These women are role models for some viewers, and what are they teaching? Manipulation, betrayal, and shouting matches." Across the table, Alex, a newcomer to the group, hesitated before chiming in. I think there's a fine line. I mean, we all know it's staged to some extent, right? But the relationships and the moments can be relatable too. Sure, they fight, but they also have families and friendships. It's messy, just like real life. Messy is an understatement. Maria countered, her voice rising. Real life doesn't involve fake friendships built on jealousy and greed. It's exhausting to watch. And don't even get me started on the fact that it's been on the air for over a decade. How much more can they possibly do? But the ratings are still strong, Angela interjected, pointing out the show's continued success. There's a reason it's still on the air. People love it. It's like watching a train wreck. You can't look away. Plus, new cast members always bring fresh drama. I'm personally excited about the new dynamics this season. With a frown, Maria leaned back in her chair, her arms crossed. You know what? I get that it has its moments of entertainment, but I can't shake the feeling that it's become a parody of itself. Every season has the same formula. A new cast member shakes things up, an old feud resurfaces, and by the finale, it all ends with a confrontation at a lavish dinner party. It's predictable. Just then, Lisa, another passionate fan, joins the conversation. But that's what makes it great. The familiarity is comforting. It's like visiting an old friend. You know what you're going to get, but there's always a twist. Last season, we saw some real character growth, especially with Teresa and Melissa. That was refreshing. Character growth. Maria laughed. More like character regression. Teresa has been in and out of trouble with the law. She's a felon, and we're supposed to be rooting for her. It sends a terrible message to younger viewers. Reality TV should entertain, but it should also promote positive values. The debate continued to rage on as the group sipped their coffee and munched on snacks. Across the country, online forums buzzed with similar sentiments. Twitter exploded with hashtags like #CancelRHONJ and #SaveRHONJ, with fans passionately voicing their opinions. On one side, supporters of the show argued that RHONJ was a staple of reality television, bringing joy and laughter to millions. They highlighted its entertaining escapism, the vibrant personalities of the cast, and the iconic moments that had become part of pop culture. You can't deny the influence of RHONJ. One fan tweeted, "It's a cultural phenomenon. Teresa is a legend." On the opposing side, critics pointed out the harmful behaviors showcased on the show. They argued that while reality TV could be entertaining, it also had the power to shape societal norms, often glorifying toxic relationships and unrealistic lifestyles. "We need to hold these shows accountable," a commenter wrote. "How many more fights and betrayals can we watch before it becomes damaging?" As the night wore on, the coffee shop filled with laughter, heated arguments, and animated gestures. Maria shared her concerns about the implications of such reality shows, while Angela argued passionately for their entertainment value. Each had valid points, but the divide only seemed to deepen. "Look, I love a good dramatic moment as much as anyone," Maria conceded, softening her tone. "But at some point, we have to ask ourselves, is this what we want to be watching? Is it worth the price of entertainment? Maybe the real question is, can we separate the drama from the reality?" Alex suggested, contemplating the duality of reality television. "We know it's not real life. Maybe it's just a form of escapism for some, while for others, it can feel overwhelming." As the night concluded, they each reflected on their positions. While opinions varied, one thing was certain. The debate surrounding the Real Housewives of New Jersey was far from over. Fans would continue to grapple with the ethics of reality TV, the influence of these characters, and the future of the franchise. In the days that followed, social media continued to buzz with opinions, with fans creating polls, articles, and heated debates across various platforms. Discussions expanded beyond just RHONJ, questioning the larger implications of reality television as a whole. Should it be canceled, or is it simply a reflection of the world we live in, chaotic, flawed, and dramatic? Perhaps the answer wasn't as clear-cut as fans wanted it to be. As the seasons changed and the leaves turned golden, the future of RHONJ remained uncertain, but one thing was clear. The franchise had sparked a conversation that would continue to resonate long after the final credits rolled.